Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. I welcome you all back to Kitab Asaasee, and we are doing Ad-Darsul Khamis today, inshallah ta'ala, where we're doing Af'al verbs. Previously, we talked about hada, hadihi, this. Like, for example, هذا بيت, this is an egg. هذا جزار, this is a butcher. هذا تفاح, this is an apple. هذا حذاء, this is a shoe. موز, and so on. Now we are doing أفعال verbs. So you try to memorize these verbs. Correct? Try to memorize, and it'll take some time. So yamshi means he walks. Yamshi, he walks. We'll learn later on, inshallah. When you want to change you walk, it'll become tamshi, you walk. Then I walk, we can change this into amshi, I walk. And we walk, we can change into namshi. So 4 letters can take this place. Ya, ta, hamza, noon. And when you put ta here, tamshi, it could mean 2 things. You walk as well as she walks. And then hamza is I walk, amshi, namshi is we walk. He's not teaching us this, but I'm just giving you all the 5, very easy singular verbs. He, she, you, male, and then I, we. So you can change into ta, ya, ta, hamza, noon. If you want to remember, ya, ta, na'ati, noon, hamza, ta, and ya. Yamshi, he walks. Yajri, he runs, to run. Yas'ad, he climbs. Yanzil, he gets down, he descends. Yas'ad, yas'adu, yanzilu. So yas'adu is to he climbs. And there's a he hidden, by the way. The ya represents he climbs. Yanzilu, he descends. Right? That's why you say he. Huwa is understood here. It's like hidden there. He. That means this guy hidden. But if you want to bring a name, you can bring. Like Hamid walks. So you bring a verb first. You say Yamshi Hamidun. Yajri Hamidun. Yas'adu Hamidun. Yanzilu Hamidun. Hamid descends. Yajlisu, he sits. Yaqifu, he stands. So make your own sentences. Like you can put any name with a male guy. Khalidun, for example. Yamshi Khalidun wa yajri. Hamid walks and yajri Khalidun. He runs. Khalid runs. Yas'adu, yanzilu, yajlisu, yaqifu. Now we have some verbs which are the sound similar, but it has more letters. Like if you want to count, ya, ta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters actually. Right, 6 letters if you remove the ya. So yatawadda'u, he does wudu. But the same concept applies, right? And this is all present or future tense. Which is yatawadda'u, he does wudu. So she does wudu will be tatawadda'u. I do wudu, atawadda'u, natawadda'u. But don't worry about all of that. I just gave you an idea. Yatawadda'u, he does wudu. Yukabbiru, he says Allahu Akbar. Yusalli, he prays. He prays salah. Yadhka'u, he does ruku'. He bows down. Yasjudu, he prostrates. Yusallimu, he says salam. Yusallimu. Notice here, this has a fatha, this also has a fatha, this also has a fatha. But here it is you and you. Why is it like that? Well, if you want to remember like a basic rule, if after the you there are 4 letters, 1, 2, ba tashdid is, you have to count them 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be you. That's the rule. Like for example, here also yusallimu, sin, lam, mim. But we'll learn later on, this is form 2. Sallama, yusallimu. The middle letter is double. Salla, yusalli is also like that. You see? Sad, lam, ya. So that's why it's a you. So after the ya, if there are 4 letters, you have to make it you. Because yasalli, it sounds weird. So they gave it a dhamma. If it is 3, 5 or 6 letters, after the ya, it will be ya itself with a fatha. Okay? But anyways, don't go into that. He just wants us to learn the meanings. So this will be yatawadda'u, he does wudu. Yukabbiru, he does takbir. Yusalli, he prays. Yadhka'u, he bows. Yasjudu, he prostrates. He does sajda. Yusallimu, he says salam. Then we have ya'kulu, he eats. A lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 6, 24 verbs. Ya'kulu, he eats. Don't worry, he'll repeat later on. Just try to remember how much ever it's possible. Yashrabu, he drinks. Yaktubu, he writes. Yaqra'u, he reads. Yanamu, he sleeps. Yusabbihu, he says tasbih. By the way, this is not correct. You have to do tasbih on the fingers. Right? Misbaha. The misbaha thing. This thing is not authentic, or you should not use it. Sheikh Al-Albani has considered it as a bid'ah. يأكل, he eats. يشرب, he drinks. يكتب, يقرأ, ينام, يسبح. More verbs. يضحك, he laughs. يبكي, he cries. If it's ending with a ya, it doesn't take yabki. We'll learn later on, but it's just yabki, he cries. يفتح, he opens, like he opens a mushaf. يفتح المصحف. Oh, the door. يفتح الباب. يغلق, he closes. See? You'll be like, after you, there are only 3 letters here. 1, 2, 3. Why is it you then? I just told you that, right? Because there's a hamza which is actually imagined there. It was actually يغلق. يغلق. So hamza is like there, but it's gone. So yeah, we'll come to that inshallah. يغلق, he closes. يخرج, he leaves. يدخل, he enters. So يضحك, يبكي, يفتح, يغلق, يخرج. It's يخرج and يدخل. So some 24 verbs. يمشي, يجري, يسعد. So try it out. What you should do is, you should look at this without looking at the picture. Try to guess. Okay, what was yaktubu? He writes. What is yanamu? He sleeps. Okay, what was yatawaddau? He does wudu. And so on. Tadribat, let's practice this. These 6, how many? 6, 4, 24. Right? Tadribul awwal, yamshi. So what was yamshi? Pause the video and guess the meaning, because that's how you will remember, through recalling. Yamshi, he walks. Yajri, he runs. Yas'adu, he climbs. Yanzilu, he descends. Yajlisu, he sits. Yajlisu, he sits. Yanzilu, he descends. Yas'adu, he climbs. He climbs. Yajlisu, he sits. Yaqifu, he stands. Just review, huh? Yatawadda'u, he does wudu. Yukabbiru, he says takbir. Yusalli, he prays. Yusalli. Yadka'u, he does ruku'. Yasjudu, he does sajda. Yusallimu, he says salam. To say assalamu alaikum is yusallimu. I'm always saying he, but you should understand it is he. Yakulu, it is he eats. Yashrabu, but if a name comes, there's no need to translate as he. For example, Yashrabu Hamidun. Hamid drinks then. It doesn't become he, Hamid drinks. He drinks. Yaktubu, he writes. Yaqra'u, he reads. Yanamu, he sleeps. Yusabbihu, he does tasbih. Yadhaku, he laughs. Yabki, he cries. Yaftahu, he opens. Yughliqu, he closes. Yakhruju, he leaves. Yadkhulu, he enters. Right? So you should try to memorize at least 10 of those as of now. But he'll repeat now. At-tadrib thani, yajri, you have to find he runs here. Yajri, and just matching. So if you want to match like this, yajri, yamshi, he walks. Yaqifu, he stands. I'm just translating for us to review. Yas'adu, he climbs. So yas'adu, he climbs. Yajlisu, he sits. Yanzilu, he descends. Yatawaddau, he does wudu. It's here. Yasjudu, yadka'u, he does ruku, sajda. Ya'kulu, he eats. Yashrabu, he drinks. Yusabbihu, he says tasbih. Yaktubu, he writes. Yaktubu, again he writes. Yanamu, he sleeps. Yaqra'u, he reads. Yakhruju, he leaves. Yakhruju. And then yadkhulu, he enters. Yughliqu, he closes. Yadhaku, he laughs. Yadhak. Yabki, he cries. Yadhak, yabki. Yusallimu, he says salam. Yusalli, he prays. Yukabbiru, he says takbir. Yaftahu, he opens. What do we have here? Tadribu thalis. Yajri, he runs. Again matching. Yeah, I think so. Yadlisu. So yajri, he runs. Yadka'u is here. He does ruku'. Yadhaku, he laughs. So yadhaku is here. Yughliqu, he closes. Yughliqu is here. All right. Tadrib al-rabi'. He wants practice of zai and noon and kha, some letter practice, and some vocabulary also from previous units. Khubzun, bread. Mouse, banana. Jazar, carrot. Jazar is the butcher. Nafida, window. Nuqud, money. Sunduq, box. Shahina, truck. خريطة map. أخضر green. خبز bread. خيار is cucumber. تدريب الخامس fifth exercise. جديد, you have to match with something here. Jim. Oh, okay. It's same, it's just changing one letter. And just Jim and Sheen practice. Jadid, Shadid. New, severe. Jimal. There might not be any meanings as such. I don't know Jimal. I know Jamal, beauty, but Jimal maybe camel or something. But we don't go into the meanings. Just Jimal, Shimal. Shimal is left hand. Al-Jahr, openly. Al-Shahr, month. Araja is to climb again, like Saida. Arasha. Jeddah or Jeddah, the city. Shiddah. Shiddah. It should be Shiddah, I believe. Or Shadda. Okay, Shadda. On a letter. Jara, he runs. Or he ran. Shara, he sold. Or he purchased. It could be both. Hajara, Hashara. Just practice of Jim and Sheen. At-tadrib as-sadis. What does he want? Oh, Hamza. Hamza can be written on top as well as below. A-I, and then on top with the dhamma is U. Asfar, yellow. Ishara, a sign. And uruz or aruz. Uruz, rice. A-I-U. Asfar, yakulu, yaqra'u. Yellow, he eats, he reads. Mu, he wants us to practice. Mu, mudarris. Ahmar, qalam. Mudarris, teacher. Ahmar, red. Qalam is pen. Okay, now he's using those verbs in a sentence in this 8th unit. Or 8th exercise, sorry. Bakrun yaftahul baba. Bakr opens the door. So anything which receives the action takes a fatha. It's called mafulun bihi or object of a verb. That's why it takes a fatha. Bakrun yaftahul baba. Bakr opens the door. Bakrun yughliqun nafidhata. Bakr closes the window. Bakrun yughliqun nafidhata. Bakr closes the window. Aghlaqa yughliqu is to close. Bakrun yaqifu fawqa al-kursi. Bakr is standing. Waqafa yaqifu is to stand. Standing above the door. Why am I saying waqafa also? I'm telling you the madi also. Waqafa is the madi. Like he stood is waqafa. Yaqifu, he stands. So I'm just habituated like that. Like jalasa yadlisu. But anyways, Bakr is standing above the chair. Bakrun yadlisu ala al-kursi. Bakr is sitting on the chair. By the way, yadlisu could be he sits also. I'm just translating as continuous, but it could be simple present or continuous. Like is sitting or sits. Sits. Bakrun yaktubu ala sabura. Bakr is writing on the board. Bakrun yaqra'ul kitaba. Bakr is reading the book. Bakrun yaktubu fil kurrasa. Bakr is writing in the notebook kurrasa. Bakrun yajri. Bakr is running. Bakrun yukabbir. Bakr is saying Allahu Akbar. Or any takbir is called yukabbiru. Like just saying Allahu Akbar is kabbara yukabbiru. Bakrun yasjudu. Bakr is doing sajda. Bakrun yarka'u. Bakr is doing ruku'. Bakrun yusabbihu. Bakr is doing tasbih. Some sentences, write them down or write few of them down at least, or make your own sentences with the 24 verbs which he taught in the starting. Use your own names or whatever, but male names. Some writing practice. Akhdar, green. Ahmar, red. So you have to write it. Asaasee, muraja'a, review. So what was this lesson? Darsul Khamis, no? Darsul Khamis. Yeah, this was 4th. So the blue color indicates that the unit has ended. And Asaasee, we'll do this in our next class, I believe, because we'll finish it. Class, let's do it. Bismillah. It's just 15 minutes because it was a short lesson. Muraja'a, review. At-tadrib al-awwal. Sunduq. You just have to find the word sunduq. Box. Sunduq. Batatis. Potatoes. Box. Potatoes. Sayarat. Cars. Cars here. Dajaj. Hen. Hen. At-tadrib al-thani. Suq. So what should we do here? Suq. Sunduq. Just meanings maybe. Suq is market. Market. Sunduq, box. Fustan, skirt or the dress. Fustan. Busla or basla is onion. It could be a fatha also. Basal is like onion as generic. One onion you call it busla. Kursi is chair, qalam, pen, yaktubu, he writes, yaqra'u, he reads, tufah, apple, tamatim, tomatoes, burtuqal, orange, bitaqa, card, shamal was north, jazzar, the butcher, yashrabu, he drinks, yajri, he runs. Okay, third exercise, just color, just reading maybe. Ahmar, red, ishara, sign, aruz, rice or uruz also. Bakrun is a name, bitaqa, card, burtuqal, orange, mouse, bananas, mistaratun, scale, mudarris, teacher. Some sentences practice. Bakrun ya'kulu tufah. Bakr eats the apple or is eating the apple. المدرس يكتب على السبورة. The teacher is writing on the board. بكر يأكل الطماطم. Bakr is eating the tomatoes. المدرس يجلس على الكرسي. The teacher is sitting on the chair. الكتاب فوق الكرسي. The chair, the book is above the chair. المدرس يكتب على السبورة. The teacher is writing on the board. بكر يأكل التفاح. Bakr is eating the apple. القلم على المكتب. The pen is on the desk. Oh, this is just reading. أحمر, red, يأكل, he reads. يقرأ, this is a mistake. يقرأ with a fatha it should be. He reads. This is he eats. حذاء, shoe. لحوم, meat, تفاح, apple. قلم, pen. حقيبة, bag. فوق is above. Sixth exercise. في السوق لحوم ودجاج وسمك. So we have to write this down, I guess. In the market, there's meat and fish, or chicken and fish. All right, with that, we are done with the first unit. Inshallah. Anyways, the units don't matter as such because what they do is they continue the lesson numbers. So we'll just follow the lesson numbers. It's easier, right? So we'll just say lesson 6, lesson 7. But just for the sake of it, we'll keep units also. Just like chunk of lesson, chunk of durus. Inshallah, we'll do this in our next session. Barakallahu feek. Jazakallahu Khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.